Welcome to Transpose. This is going to be a deep dive into EWI standard fingerings. They were invented expressly for the EWI and designed to give comfort, efficiency, and flexibility to your playing. There are thousands of possible EWI standard fingering combinations, and unfortunately the manual gives us just a cursory view of several quote-unquote practical fingerings with no system or method for developing technique or a style of play. So this project is designed as a logical approach to creating your own personal fingering system to take advantage of the design behind the EWI standard fingerings. And my hope is to give you a path to finding your own way and much musical freedom. So acoustics do not rule the EWI. So saxophone, flute, recorder, oboe fingering systems, they have limitations based on acoustics, meaning each key is a vent with a specific use, which gives you a limited number of practical uses for each key. So if you plan on spending a lot of time or a significant amount of time on EWI, I would strongly recommend changing over to the EWI standard fingerings. Remember, if you're coming from saxophone, all the fingerings will work. You will only lose articulated G sharp, meaning you won't be able to leave your G sharp key down as you go to other notes. Other than that, all saxophone fingerings will work. The flexibility of the EWI standard fingerings became apparent to me after changing to them from saxophone fingerings on the EWI. And as a result, I realized I could develop my own fingering system that would allow me to transpose fingerings to other keys. And I call these the transposable fingerings. So let's just take a look at the 6 parts of this study. In part 1, is a transposable fingering chart and transposition diagram. And this gives us the tools and vocabulary we need to begin the project. Part 2 is basic transposition. This section introduces the transposition concept in a series of exercises applying them to major scales. So we'll be playing the scales and improvising in a musical context, and all the keys will be covered. Part 3 is chromatics. This section explores the ability to play chromatically within a key after transposing. It's an expansive step improvisationally. It introduces the transposable chromatic scale through a series of chromatic embellishment exercises, and once again, it'll be demonstrated in all keys. Part 4 is chords and alternate fingerings. Major, dominant, minor, half diminished chords along with practical alternate fingerings, and once again they'll be illustrated in every key. Part 5 is the Pentatonic Group, and after working with these fingerings I noticed a group of fingerings that felt the most comfortable, and they were the major scales of D, G, C, F, and B flat. I refer to them as the Pentatonic Group because if you reconfigure those notes it can spell a B flat major pentatonic scale, which is B flat, C, D, F, and G. This section introduces 8 common root movements and how to apply the pentatonic group transpositions to them. You will quickly experience a new comfort when playing in all keys after completing this section. Part 6, tunes. This section applies transposable fingering concepts in the context of several standard tunes. Impressions, Afternoon in Paris, The Night Has 1,000 Eyes, I Remember April, Meditation, and Just Friends. The project should give you a solid grounding and understanding of EWI standard fingerings, and for certain you'll know a little bit more about your EWI. Thanks for listening.